And welcome to our channel. Today is actually March the 12th, 2017. It's actually a cool Sunday here in Mississippi. Today I will be doing the card of the day, which is actually this card and these right here. Actually, I'm doing things a little bit different today. I pulled 4 cards so you all can use your intuition to be able to pick up on what the spiritual realm is trying to tell you. So let's jump into it. Okay, this card right here is the New Beginnings card. I want you guys to look at the picture first before you actually read the bottom of it. As you can see, it's a lot of different vibrant colors. Green, blues, yellows. You have some dimmer colors that are kind of like brown. But they're still vibrant colors. What is this picture telling you? Before you read it, what is this picture actually telling you? It's telling you it's time for new beginnings. It's time to start over. Even if you feel like it's too late in life for you to start over or whatever, it's never too late. As long as you still have air in your lungs, you're still breathing, it's never too late to start over. Your life might be in the slumps right now, but just know and believe it didn't have to be in the slumps. You can get out of that. You are the creator of your own reality. This card is saying new beginnings. This card is for everyone. This is the card of the day. It says everything in your life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that new beginnings is on the horizon. Have courage and faith, because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction, and that is so true. Life is really trying to move you in a new direction, and for me or whatever, after tonight, I will be actually doing a 3-day cleanse, and I'm doing that 3-day cleanse for me spiritually as well as physically, as well as for my health problems and stuff like that. So I am trying to cleanse myself of all the things, the harsh things or whatever that I eat or whatever, and I'm just trying to get more in tune with my own inner guidance, and this card is telling you to do that. It's time to get in tune with your inner self. It's time to tune in to your higher self. It's time for a new beginning. It's time to start your life purpose. I mean, it's never too late, but today is today. This card is telling you that. The spirit realm is telling you. If you're looking at this video, if you actually clicked on this video and watched this video, this card is for you. Whatever card you pick up here is for you. This card is telling you it's time for you to start over. You might have that feeling inside or whatever that has been telling you it's time to start over. You're in a job that you don't like. I know you probably can't quit that job overnight, but you can start to manifest what you want on a spiritual level. And when you do that or whatever, it will come into fruition. It will come. It will be tangible, that you can be able to feel it. You can be able to actually see it. You can actually live it. So therefore, everything has to start on a spiritual level. So once you actually embed it into your subconscious that if I do this work spiritually or whatever, things, doorways, different opportunities will be opened up for me to be able to do what I've always wanted, what my soul mission is, what my soul purpose is. And this card is just telling you that it's time for a new beginning. You don't have to stay in that dead-end job. You don't have to stay, in that frame of mind, even though that you might be physically sick, you might be ill. You don't have to stay in that physically mind. You don't have to claim those illnesses. Don't claim those illnesses. I'm not claiming those illnesses or whatever. Whatever I have going on with my body, that is just that this shell of mine has those illnesses. My soul does not have those illnesses. I'm not claiming those. So don't claim them. And I truly do believe that, I will not always be sick. And I truly do. I believe and know that. And you have to believe and know that. You have to have faith that your circumstances right now is not going to always be what's going to always be in your life. But if you do not change, if you do not start somewhere, if you do not start the new beginning, it will repeat itself over and over and over and over again until you realize that you are creating this situation for yourself. So when you realize that you can get yourself out of that slump, you can get yourself out of that negative thought pattern, when you do the work spiritually, I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. It's not, because I'm telling you, I'm still dealing with my own personal things or whatever. I'm still evolving. I'm still dealing with a lot of things myself that I am, working on or whatever. But I know and I have faith and believe that I am going to get better, and I have gotten better. I've came such a long way from where I was last year before that. I mean, even you wouldn't been able to tell me this 5 years ago, I would be where I am now. And I am so grateful. I am so thankful. And be grateful for the things that you do have. And when you learn more, like I told you before in other videos, I'm learning more about the law of attraction. When you learn more about the law of attraction, you will learn that when you give that energy to the things that you don't want, when you complain a lot, when you give those energy to the things that you don't want, that is what you're bringing into your reality. Don't do that. Focus on the things that you already have. Focus on the things that you do want or whatever. If you want that new car, claim that new car. Tell the universe you want that new car. Do the inner work. If you have to go on YouTube and and pull up every Abraham Hicks video you need to pull up or whatever about manifesting things into your reality, do that. And whatever video leads you to the next video about manifesting, do that. That's what I'm doing. And I have faith and believe, and I know before this year's over with, I'm going to have the car that I want. And I'm going to be on the path that I want to be on. I'm going to be doing the things that I want to do. And I'm going to be able to help so many people like I'm helping people now. And I'm going to be able to do it on such a larger scale. And you have to have faith and believe. Even though, I see a lot of people, whatever, that are, that's getting into the spiritual realm and getting into, talking about a lot about spiritual things or whatever. And don't think because, you might have a friend that's talking about spiritual things or whatever. It's enough out here for all of us because it might be one topic. You might have 20 people talking about that one topic. But when you see those 20 different people videos, there might be similarities or whatever, but there will always be something different because everybody sees things in their own way. And because you see that person video, that one person video you might have saw, you might have gotten the same thing out of two people video, but one person you might have gotten something else. And just know and believe that whatever you're telling someone or whatever is something that they're meant to see. It's something that they're meant to, it's a message for them. Excuse me, I need to get some water actually. It's a message for them. So don't feel discouraged because you might be like, well, it's a lot of people talking about that now. I don't need to do that. I need to jump into something else. No, whatever your soul, whatever God is telling you, whatever your guides are telling you, whatever the spiritual realm is telling you to do or whatever, listen, because they already know. We don't know everything or whatever. They already see what is happening or whatever. And so we just have to trust and believe that. Let go. Learn how to let go. And that's been my life thing, is learning how to let go. And I'm still learning how to let go. And the biggest thing I'm trying to learn how to let go now, my Achilles heel, my weakness is sweets. And I am learning how to let go. I haven't learned yet, but I am learning. And I truly believe that I will get to that point that I won't have to deal with that anymore. And we all have weaknesses or whatever. Don't let those weaknesses define you. Rise above those weaknesses and start over. Know that, you have this one life to live in this physical form, as you will remember, in this physical form, and do what you have to do here. You reincarnated in this lifetime to learn a lesson. You came here to do what you need to do or whatever. Serve your life mission. Do what you need to do in this lifetime. We reincarnate over and over and over and over until we've learned the lessons that our soul was meant to learn, and we're done learning or whatever, and we realize that, okay, we learned what, we've aced our test, we've learned what we wanted to learn or whatever, and so we don't have to reincarnate anymore. But just know, this lifetime right here, this card is telling you it's time for a new beginning. Start over. Find your life purpose. Okay, that was the card of the day. This actually right here is going to be the cards that you're going to use your own intuition to access the spiritual realm to give you guidance on what you need to know that goes along with this card of the day. This right here is your personal reading right here. So what I want you to do, this is what I usually do when I pick a card from other people's groups or whatever, or my own thing or whatever. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to just calm your nerves a little bit. Just close your eyes. Just trying to think about anything. Now I want you to ask the spiritual realm. I want you to take a few deep breaths, and while you're taking those deep breaths, I want you to ask the spiritual realm, what message do you need to get from these cards today? What card is for you? What message? What spirit? It might be a loved one trying to get across to you. Ask the spiritual realm, what is the message of the day for you? So close your eyes. Take a couple deep breaths in and out. Now I want you to open your eyes. And I want you, the first card that you noticed, the first card that popped out to you, that is your card for today. That is the card that somebody, your spirit guide, somebody from the other side is giving you a message and trying to tell you something. So that's your card. So this is card number 1. Let's see what card number 1 says. If you pull card number 1. It says self-sabotage. Okay, I want you to look at the picture first before you actually read the card. As you can see, the lady is so many vibrant, good things going on in her life right now. She doesn't even realize it. She has her eyes closed. She's self-sabotaging herself, and she's not achieving what she needs to achieve in life. And so this card is telling you to stop doing that. It says, when you learn to get out of your own way, there will be when you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's that inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. So those plans that you have of achieving something, of becoming better, of starting that new beginning, that card right there, is being derailed by your inner self, by your ego, whatever you want to give that label, by your inner demons, whatever you want to give that label to. But the spirit realm is telling you today, don't let that happen. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. It's time to take that chance and start that new beginning, so you can be able to have the vibrant things that is already in your life. You just have to open your eyes and get those things. You have to manifest those things into your reality. You have to align with those things into your reality. So the message from the spirit realm is telling you that. So just listen, just know and believe that this card is for you. If you pick this card or whatever, you might not see it today, but deep down inside, your soul knows the answer is right. You might not realize it today. It might be another day when you realize it, but just know that that card is for you. That's your personal card. And this right here is the card of the day. So both of these cards are for you if you pull this card. Close that card down. That was card number 1. This is actually card number 2. A father's love. I want you to look at the picture first. And what do you see when you see this picture? You see this child, this little girl holding her father's hand. She's looking up to him. She has the uppermost respect for him. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, and that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. And so that card right there is for you if you have lost your father. Even if you haven't lost your father. This message might be a indirect message from your father's higher self. You might not even be in contact with your father. This card might be telling you it's time for you to reconnect with your father that's physically here before it's too late. And that's where it means, and that's where it comes in it with this card, New Beginnings. So say, for example, if your father is still here, this card might be pulled for you. You might be estranged from your father. And it's saying that it's time for new beginnings. You see how you were when you were a kid. You looked up to this guy. Or you might never had a relationship with him. You might have always wanted a relationship with this guy. And it's time for new beginnings. It's time for someone to actually take the chance and step out on faith and start the connection. He might not do it. You might have to be the bigger person and do it. And so this card is just for, and then even if your father has passed away or whatever, this might be a message from your father to let you know that, their love is always with you, and that it's okay to miss them, and that, don't feel bad moving on with your life because they're not here anymore. I actually did this video or whatever, and I'm redoing this video because Larry kind of nudged me to talk about this card a little bit more in depth or whatever. Of course, he passed away. He has a son, and I don't know if his son ever see this video. I'm not sure or not, but if he does, he wants him to know that he's there with him. He sees the things that he's going through. He's there for the accomplishments that he has made, and he just needs to trust and believe that. And so this card is for anyone that has lost a father as well. Your father is there, and they're guiding you through your new beginnings or whatever. And just believe that every step in your life, every step in his life or whatever, he will be there for him. And when it's time for him to pass away as well, he will be there with him as well. So just always know that your father is there with you. Your father is, spirits or whatever, And I know I talk about Larry being with me a lot or whatever. And, but spirits or whatever, they're not like us. They're not bounded by these bodies of ours or whatever. They can be in more place than once or whatever. And so I think it's called omnipresence. They can be in more than one place at one time. And so time doesn't really direct them like it directs us or whatever. So we have to, when we think about the spirit realm, we can't think about it as far as the limited beliefs and limited bodies that we have here or whatever. Spirits can do multiple things. They can be at more than one place at a time or whatever. And so I kind of say, use this analogy a little bit or whatever in a different way, but I'm just going to give it a little perspective in this way for this. I'm talking about the Father's card or whatever. Think about, your spirits as being a Wi-Fi. Like, that Wi-Fi signal or whatever when you're in a store or you're at your house or whatever, and you can bring in other devices or whatever, and they can pick up on that same signal. Well, think of spirits that way or whatever. They can put out that same signal. They can be communicating with everybody in that room or whatever, and don't feel like, well, they're with me, they might not be with anyone else or whatever. No, they're with everyone or whatever. They can tap into, other people's energy or whatever. So just know and believe that your Father is there anytime that, you feel down or whatever. Your Father is there with you. He loves you. And this is not only for his son. This is for whoever has lost their father as well. And so that was the Father's card. I feel like I need to say a little bit more about this Father's card. I'm not really sure. I should probably stop and do this video. If anything comes about this Father card again, I will elaborate more on it probably at a later date, or might at the end of this video or whatever. I'm actually frying fish now, and so I gotta kind of focus on that too or whatever. But I want to get this video done before tonight is over with, so I can load it for today, because I feel like someone needs to see this message. So that was the actual second card. The third card is the Strength card. I actually turned this card over before, so that's how I know what card it is. Okay, it says Strength. It's kind of hard to see this card because of the red. Strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, as we're always with you. So this is just saying that Spirit is always with you. This is saying that Spirit is here. Pull the strength from knowing that Spirit is always with you. And this is saying that, it's okay to start new beginnings. The spirit realm or whatever, they are helping you start those new beginnings. You just have to trust and believe that they're here to back you up. They're like your little spiritual army or whatever. I call my guides and my twin and, relatives that help guide me or whatever, my spiritual army, as well as the archangels and my guardian angels and source, of course. And so this card is just saying, have strength. Have strength for those new beginnings. Know that you are being guided. Know that you have spirit guides. Learn how to tap into your own intuition. Learn how to be your own psychic. I mean, everyone has abilities. We just don't have to learn how to tap into those abilities and open those abilities up. And don't be afraid of them. Know that you're guided, you're protected, and have strength. Have strength for those new beginnings. It's gonna, it's not gonna be easy or whatever. It's not gonna be easy, even if you're give me a second. I'm sorry, you guys. My son came over here bothering me about the fish. So, anyways, back to the Strength card. Just have strength and know that your connection to the spiritual realm is strong as well. And that they're here to help you with your new beginnings. They're here to help propel you. They're here so that they want to see you grow as well. They want to see you to become the best person that you're meant to be. They want to see you become your true self. And so that was actually the third card. Correctly, we are your ancestors and we love you. We walked this earth many years before you. We ask that you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experience. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. So it's saying that the spirit world is also evolving. And this just goes back to the new beginning. It's telling you, they're giving you confirmation that they're helping you on your journey, your new beginnings. You are backed up spiritually. You have your spiritual army behind you. Your ancestors are here to help you. These are the ancestors that are done reincarnating. They aren't reincarnating anymore, so their job is to help you. And so that's the job that they took on. So just know and believe that you're backed by the spirit realm. And these cards are pretty much saying that. As you can see, whatever card that you pull, and the card that of the day plus the card that you pull is the reading that was meant for you to read, to have. And also know that when loved ones pass over, this is one thing that some people probably don't know, and I had to learn this out. I pretty much found this out at the beginning of my journey, that when loved ones pass away, they're pretty much new at communicating, of course. And so they don't know how to communicate, even though time doesn't really exist over there. But when we think about it in our terms, it does take time. When we think about it as far as in the 3D mind frame or whatever, what might be a year here might be equivalent to a few seconds there or whatever. But spirits, when they cross over, they don't know how to communicate. Of course, they have to learn. They have to relearn. They have to get their life reviewed. They go through whatever happened to them in the past, their past lives. They see their past lives. They see the life that they live now, whatever. They go over the things that they did wrong, the things they did right, or whatever. They learn from their mistakes. Okay, if they are done reincarnating or whatever, then you know what, they're done, and then they sign up for whatever mission they're going to do on that side, as far as being someone's guide and stuff like that. Or they're there for a reason to do what they're supposed to do while they're over there. Then they reincarnate. So it's a whole long process about the spiritual realm or whatever that I'm learning more and more about. But when they first cross over, they don't know how to communicate like spirits has been there a little bit longer. So and it takes a lot of energy for spirits to communicate. And that's why I'm telling you, Larry was really adamant about me finding out what we are to each other, and was really adamant about me finding out that he was still here, that he still existed. And so, because a few months after he passed away or whatever, probably wasn't even 2 months really. I don't know. Might have been 2 months or whatever. I'm gonna tell you this little story about him. Then I'm gonna leave it there. But actually, I had a pin around my neck, and I tell a lot of people the story, whatever. I had a pin around my neck, and this is how I first found out that he was still here. I was crying every day, of course. I mean, I was always sad and depressed. I had PTSD. Anytime something, went off loud or whatever, I would jump. I would go back to that night that the accident happened. So, I was really kind of messed up in the head or whatever. And so, one night or whatever, I had a pin around my neck. Those pins that kids carry around their neck, with a string on it or whatever. And then, so I had it, I was crying. And then I just had it like in front of me. I took it off my neck. And all of a sudden, I felt the energy of the pin move. And so, when I felt the energy move, I'm looking like, that's Larry. I just knew it was him. And so what I did, I got a picture of me, I got a picture of my son, I got a picture of me and him, I got a picture of my son, a picture of his son or whatever. And so I turned the pictures over, like these cards laid here right here. I turned the pictures over, I shuffled them around. I didn't know which card was which. Which picture was which. And then I actually talked, I was like, okay, Larry, this is you or whatever, go to the actual picture that is me and you, or the picture that's your son, or the picture that's my son or whatever. And every time I asked him that or whatever, he went directly, but the energy of the pen went to the actual picture. And so was one of the first telltale major things that he did to communicate. He was already communicating from day one or whatever, and I didn't even realize that he actually when he passed away or whatever, when he was actually passing away, he actually eased my soul, and that so I could sleep while he was passing away, so I wouldn't feel that pain of him actually physically leaving here, as far as his body completely just shutting down. Because what some people might not know about Larry or whatever is that the night that the accident happened or whatever, of course, his soul had already left his body. And his body was still hanging on, He lost a lot of blood and stuff like that. And he went to the hospital, of course. And they tried to save him and everything like that. Well, he still had a chance to come back, but he didn't. I will go into more details about that at a later date about why he didn't come back or whatever. But it was a reason behind that. And, for the loved ones, if any of his loved ones see this video over here, don't feel bad that he didn't come back or whatever. We all have a mission. He had a mission, and, he's still doing his mission. He's just doing his mission on the other realm or whatever. And once you pass away, you still have a mission. You're going to be doing your mission on the other realm as well. So we're always actively working spiritually. And so, Larry even knew before it was his time to go that he was going to be leaving soon. And I didn't pick up on that until later on, into all the signs that he would call me and tell me about or whatever when we weren't together, when we were together. And so he didn't know what they meant, but he would always get me to research stuff for him or whatever to find out what these signs were. And so I researched, he would always see 9/11. And so I'm looking like, well, you were in the military or whatever, you might be seeing it because of that. But when I looked it up at the time, the only thing I can really find is that you'll be, when you leave or something, it was some kind of Christian website or something, I don't know, that I found at the time, that was like, you'll be in God's army or whatever, spiritual army or something. And so I'm just like, okay, kind of overlooked it. And he would always see it. I actually made a mistake and called him one day at 9/11, and he was like, you called me at 9/11, freaking out, whatever. I'm like, whatever. But his soul knew that it was, he was going to be leaving soon. And that was actually like a few months to almost a year until he actually passed away, that he was saying these things or whatever. And so, but back to this card or whatever, it's just saying that your ancestors, your loved ones are here with you. They're here guiding you. They're here to help you take that new beginning, take that new, leap in life or whatever. And you just have to trust and believe that whatever message you got from these cards today, this is a message that was meant for you. If you want to get more in depth about the message of this card or whatever, do some dream work. Like I said before, do your own dream work. Ask your loved ones or whatever to, ask them to come to you in your dreams, and ask them to show you things or whatever, and make sure you keep a dream journal. Also, too, I do readings or whatever. I need to do more readings than I have been doing or whatever, but I'm getting back into my practice or whatever. But if you want a reading, you want to request a reading from me and see, like, from one of these cards you pull, you want to request a reading, then, if I'll do a reading for you.